Hello, this is Ashee from Crafting with Ashee and welcome to this video. This is the card I'm making today. It's this lovely little bird, so let's get started. So I've got my little birdie here in my Stamparatus and I'll show you the stamp set. It's called Etched in Nature and it's a new one in the main catalogue. I'm going to use this gorgeous bird and the sentiment that says cherish happy moments. So let's pick this up with my lid. And I'm going to be stamping in Stays On because I want to do some watercolouring, and this is actually Stays On Saddle Black. I'm just going to give it a little ink up. Now, as you know, Stays On is not something I use very often because I don't like the smell of it, so I'm trying to use it, but it smells like marzipan. And me and marzipan are not friends at all. Just stamp it once again. Yep, it's going to be fine for me. Just put this liddy thing back on. Close the whole thing up. Yuck. Really not my favourite friend. Take that out, set that aside for a second. Bring my simple chamois in so we can have a little clean up. There we go. Take that out, put that aside. Now I've got my sentiment here that says cherish your happy moments. I'm going to stamp this directly on my my paper, and this paper is the floral art fine art, I think floral art paper. It's in the mini catalogue, and I'm just going to use this as my background, and I'm going to stamp now in Early Espresso. So let's stamp that up. Do it once more just so it's nice and brown. There we go. Set that aside. I'm just going to give this a quick clean up before I transfer ink all over the place. There we go. So let's get rid of these bits. Take this out. If I leave a stamp in the Stamparatus, I quite often forget that it's there, and I promise you the next time I come to stamp I'll find the stamp there, and then I'll wonder, where did that stamp go? You know, which stamp set does it belong to? So it's much easier just to put things away as I go along. Bring back our birdie, and we're going to do some watercolouring. As I said, I'm going to use the watercolour pencils, and I've also got my spritzer here, and I've got my water painters, which are these three, and then here are our watercolour pencils, and of course I've got them in my lovely Harry Potter pencil case. Okay, so I'm just going to do some quick colouring with it, and all I'm going to do is move these pencils actually out of the way. I've got so much stuff here on my desk, it's unreal. Okay, and I'm going to take my spritzer quickly and make sure I find the edge, and I'm just going to spritz a little bit of water onto my craft mat. And then I've also got here a little cloth. Yeah, come here, cloth. Okay, and then I'm going to take my water pen. So I've got it going on my hand, and I also just use a bit of water here as well. And I'm going to start off with my first colour, which is Cajun Craze. And I'm actually here going to just take my colour like this to my pen, and then we're just going to bring the colour down and just paint. If I want a bit more, I'm just going to take a bit more from the top. You want some water, will help. The more water you have on the brush, the better your paint, your colour will move. Because this is why I have my little bit of water here to the edge. Even though I've got water in the pen, I tend to find I prefer to just pick up some water as well, and just I feel I've got more control this way, and just bring down just a tiny bit. Okay, now while that's drying, I'm going to do the branch here, and I'm going to use some early espresso, which is this one here, and we're going to do the same thing. Take my pen to the tip of my pencil. This is fine. What you don't want to do is dip your pencil in water itself. That will be a disaster if you try and do that. So I think I need a bit more colour. You want to go from light to dark. You want to, like a lot of painting, you want to build up the layers of colour and interest. So 2 or 3 layers is better than one hard layer. So do remember that. So we're just going to build up some of the colour here. And if you wanted to move a bit more, just add a bit more water. Okay, so now I'm just going to finish this off and I'll be back. Okay, so I finished colouring in the bird off camera because I needed to wait for things to dry as well, so you didn't need to watch me drying it. And there we have our little bird. I then cut it out using the circle layering dies, which are these ones, and I used the largest circle, and then I used the largest scalloped circle and cut out a circle out of early espresso. So let's put these away now because we're finished with them. You can see how long I've had these. They're in the old style packaging, really old dies. And now we're ready to assemble our card. So our card base is going to be early espresso, and I'm just going to bring back my craft sheet, my grid paper. So I've got a standard A6 card base. That's an A4 sheet cut in half and then folded in half. Then we're going to take our piece of designer series paper that we stamped on, and we're going to stick this down just like that. That's that. And then we're going to take this piece here and we're going to stamp, well not stamp, we're going to layer this on top like that, and then we're going to put this on top here. Now on this one I didn't put any blue in the background, and I did on this one, so let me know which do you like. You can sort of see there, you can see the difference. So let me know which you prefer, A or B, with the blue background or sort of creamy background. Let me know. So they're the 2 cards. I hope you enjoyed them. If you did, I'd be grateful if you could give it a thumbs up so YouTube know. And please don't forget to subscribe to future videos. If you want any more information about this project, supply list, measurements, etc., it'll all be on the blog post on my website. And the links to that and all my social media links are in the description box below. Excuse me. That includes the links to my Facebook group where I host a monthly online card club. So do come and check us out. So thank you again, and until next time, enjoy and be creative. Bye.